Los Angeles, California, this is the Mauricio Radio Show Television Edition. With your host, America's Got Talent finalist, Mauricio Herrera. Featuring our special guest, the king of romance, Engelbert Humperdinck. The Mauricio Radio Show is brought to you by SIGAB Money Transfer. SIGAB at your service here and abroad. Here's your host, Mauricio Herrera.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mauricio Radio Show. Oh my God, on NBC Radio, yeah! That's the way we do it, and this is something else. This is something that we've never done and I've never dreamed of doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta catch my breath before I begin this interview, because today we're in the presence of the magnificent, the wonderful, the one and only king of romance, Mr. Engelbert Humperdinck! Engelbert, how are you, my dear friend? Oh my God! Can you imagine? Oh, this is the real thing.
Mauricio, easy.
I'm trying to control myself as much as I can, Engelbert, but on behalf of all the fans around the world, it is not something that I can actually do right now. I think it's going to take me a couple of hours in order to make that happen. I don't promise it's going to happen, but I will try to contain myself as much as I can as a professional. How are you, my dear friend?
Good.
You look great. Oh, my
good.
Lord.
Welcome to my home.
This is surreal. This is for the first time, I think. I don't know, have you ever been interviewed by someone from Costa Rica?
No, you're the first.
I believe you have been interviewed by people from Mexico, right?
I have been, yes.
But they're from Costa Rica. The first time from Costa Rica. The first time from Central America as well. Yeah. This is amazing. Quite an opportunity. I thank you very much. And well, this is an amazing room, an amazing place. People will get the chance to see all these wonderful accomplishments you have around the room.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of my trophies on the wall.
They're all golden records. People don't even know.
Platinum.
I gotta catch my breath every time. I've been trying to talk to him for the last 10, 15 minutes. I haven't been able. I just keep going to the fan mode. And I'm trying to contain myself. Engelbert, as a fan, this is coming from a fan, number one. This part of the show, it's coming as a fan. Have you have an idea of the loyal fan base that you have? Can you measure it? Every time you go out there and you see all these wonderful faces out there in the crowd, what is it that you feel? Because he's got the loyalist fan base in the world. I'm not lying. Engelbert performs around the world, and everywhere he performs, it's sold out. How do you feel about that? Because as a fan, I would like to know, because you see us out there. What is it that you see in us?
Well, my fans are the people that I call my cheerleaders, my spark plugs of my success. And they're out there and they sort of ignite everybody around them, and I think that's an important issue as far as when you have a following. If you can get those people in your audience, they light the fire for you and they light up your life, and if somebody's not moving, they'll nudge them.
Of course.
And that's what fans are for, and that's what they do. They do that. And my fans are very militant. If anybody says anything derogatory about me,
oh no,
God forbid.
Oh yeah, they'll get in trouble. They'll get in trouble.
But that's why I love my fans. They really protect and love and support me, and they have done for all these many years. Since 1967.
Imagine that. Imagine that. I wasn't even born yet. I believe I was born because of him.
He's trying to make me feel bad.
No, on the contrary, do you? Of course, you appreciate the fact that your talent and your career, your legend as a music icon and pioneer, has transcended and moved from generation to generation.
Yeah.
For example, in my case, I got to meet your music through a gentleman that I met in Costa Rica back in the day when I was 16 years old. That was about 15 years ago, by the way. Don't correct me. Don't correct me. If I look older, it's because I've chosen bad women in my life. No, but a gentleman comes to me and goes like, "You have a deep voice. I think you could do music by Engelbert Humperdinck." At that time, I couldn't even believe that he mentioned your name and that he said your name the proper way. An American gentleman out there in Costa Rica. You should sing music by Engelbert Humperdinck. He sings Spanish Eyes and Cuando Cuando and The Way It Used to Be and many other great songs. You should sing music by him. I promise you, I spent 2 months trying to learn your name, and my mom was the one who got it right.
Yeah.
From Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Not from the States. From Costa Rica. And she said, "Oh, that's Engelbert. That's Engelbert Humperdinck. That's the way you're known in Latin America."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Engelberto.
Engelberto Humperdinck. No. Engelbert Humperdinck. In Mexico, in Latin America, they say Humperdinck.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they say Humperdinck. And it made quite a good impression in me, because my father, he had your albums, many of them, including the one that I told you, the After the Lovin'. And guess what? He was the one who sat down and helped me retrieve the lyrics of many of your hits.
Oh, yeah, to write them down?
He passed away 9 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pancreatic cancer. Thank you. And he's a big angel to me, and he's always here. And I can assure you, he's here. He's just so happy and thrilled and proud to have me here next to you. This is unbelievable. But he said to me, and I'm not lying about this. He said to me, just getting the lyrics or retrieving the lyrics of any of Engelbert's songs, it's very simple. And I'm like, why is that? Because his English is so good. That's what he said. That's what my father said. Oh, that's a fan, huh? My mom knew about the situation you had when you were young. She mentioned something about you suffering from a very bad illness when you were younger.
Tuberculosis.
Oh, my sweet Lord. And she knew about this.
Yeah.
That's part of your legend. That's part of the history behind an icon. That's what I've been telling you. How do you feel that all these generations have been impregnated with this wonderful story behind a man and his music?
Well, you know, I appreciate your mother very much because she passed it on to you. But I'm very happy with the kind of life I've had and the success I've had. I've worked hard for it, mind you. But and things are going very well because I've got a brand new CD out now, a duet CD that I've never ever done before, and I've recorded about 80 albums with that compilation albums, you know.
Wow.
It comes up to about 80, and this one is very unique because all duets and with amazing people like Elton John and Kenny Rogers and Willie Nelson and Gene Simmons from Kiss. You know, it's just Johnny Mathis, one of my favorite singers of all time.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
The master talking about other masters of entertainment, and he expresses that's the beauty of you. You have the humble heart to be able to express that admiration towards these wonderful colleagues of yours.
Yes.
And these guys are also legends in their own fields. Someone like Johnny Mathis. Oh my God.
He's unbelievable. Yeah. 2 bars, you know who it is.
Oh,
you know?
that's it. That's all you need to hear.
Yeah.
And that beautiful song you recorded, That Certain Smile. Oh.
I love that. I've been singing that for a long time, and that's one of my favorite songs of it. And Mathis, I mean, when he sings like Misty,
Oh yeah. Look at me.
or Chances Are, you know.
That can go with Chances Are because that's too high.
Eh?
Chances are.
You know the song.
Because I'm. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to. Because you've been my teachers. You've been my mentors. I've learned how to sing. Oh, and this is something I can say about Engelbert and Johnny Mathis and Elvis and all of those great singers. You guys know how to measure your microphone on stage.
That's right.
How to modulate your microphone. A lot of people.
I mean, do you see the people today? They put it right up to the mouth, like, and you can't see what they're saying, you know. But
and the expressions.
But if you watched Elvis, it was down here. It was down
Especially
here.
if you're gonna go out. If you're gonna let it all out, your voice is gonna go out. What are you gonna do? I saw Johnny Mathis performing live back in the 90s. One great concert.
His microphone
is over here.
Yeah. Power.
And he was singing Misty. It was in this thing, on my own. Oh!
Yeah.
His microphone is over here. So this is a master teaching other people, and that's what I've been trying to tell. And some people in the media nowadays, it's just like here. They're like all rappers, like so. I can't do that. If you're a performer and you have a voice, you can't have the mic here all the time. I kept on being called out on America's Got Talent because of that, because I used to put the microphone over here. If you get the chance to see that.
Who called you out of
You
that?
see, there's some people who were very nice to me.
Well, the people that hold it, you have to have power to sing with here.
Yes.
You have to project power. If you have that power, then you put it up to here. You see, and that's the difference between singers and.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Do you see who's saying it? Do you see who's saying it? Engelbert Humperdinck, the legend, the music, the icon. I can only express the thrill that it causes me to be here today. Me, my family, my friends, everyone, because we brought a band and it's full of people outside. They're all waiting to come in as well. Hey, it's all Scott. It's Scott's fault. No, it's not Scott's fault. The way I got to know you and your music was through your hits, compilation of your hits. Now we've talked and you've said something about the new CD. We'll get to that. But I met you through your hits, compilation of your hits, and through a big concert you did in 1977 called All of Me, an album. Very nice album, which I think that reminds me.
It's somewhere here.
It was an amazing album.
Yeah.
You sang Still,
yeah.
the beautiful song by the Commodore's singer, Lionel Richie. I kept on forgetting.
I lost it for a minute.
That's what happens. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But I fell in love with that song because of you perform it that way. Oh my God. Oh, the beautiful part that you said at the beginning, you know, the niceness of being in show business and all that. How many
But you do know my music.
Sir.
I wrote that dialogue.
That's a beautiful, is it a poem? Can I say it's a poem? Or it's just, just a thought, beautiful thought?
Just a setup.
Beautiful, beautiful, and it's so nice because it really talks to the way you can actually feel about a song, a particular song, whether you're in love, you broke up with someone, you're happy, you're sad, regardless. You just allow the lyrics of the song to take you through the emotions. Again, as a performer, I know where you come from, but the people out there appreciate it a lot more, I think, than what you might know. Because look at me, remembering all these things. Did you ever, or did you remember, or did you hear about an album called Engelbert Live in Japan in 1972?
Sitting on the wall up there.
Could easily see what happens.
The big one.
It is impossible to get anymore. It is impossible. And that was another great, I used to begin the show with There's a Kind of Hush, which,
oh my
God, there's a kind of hush, all over the world, tonight, all over the world.
This guy.
Oh yeah. I told him, that's the way you did it. It was an amazing, powerful concert. And there was a beautiful wave in the energy of the picking of the songs, the production behind it.
Yeah.
Were you involved in the choosing of the songs of those concerts at that time, or did you have someone doing that for you, helping you?
Doing what?
The picking of the songs, choosing the songs.
I picked my song.
Oh my God, because it is so important and crucial.
I put my whole show together, actually. I did.
Talks about him as a producer of concerts. It is so important to be able to do that, to be able to take people on a ride through the emotions, but you can't always be going like this. You have to go down. You can't be down for a long time. Then you go up.
And you have to do a bit of that.
And you have to a little bit. I remember that was the first time I heard you sing live Il Mondo.
Yeah.
El mundo, la, la.
It was a great song, very romantic song. Yeah.
Do you still do that song?
No, I have done it. I did it last year. I did it last year in my live show. I did it as a third number.
Okay.
And actually what I do when I I sing a third number as I always should do it to show the people my range and the quality of the song that I'm singing, and so that they can. After that, if you sing a good third number, you have your audience.
Oh my sweet Lord.
Yeah.
But that's what you're looking at. Like your third number has to be the one that.
Yeah, your first number, the people are looking at you. They don't really take any.
I call them warm-up songs.
Yes.
A couple of first songs, you're like,
They're looking at you from head to toe, but the second song has to have a little impression.
Okay.
Third one, big impression.
All right. And then from there on, it's all downhill. No, it's not. It's not downhill. No, it's not downhill. You have to keep on working on that.
You do your roller coaster.
This is what happens when you have a fan interviewing an icon like Engelbert Humperdinck. I warned Scott, and Scott knew about this.
Wow.
He's like, oh, this is going to be a beautiful interview. I know you're going to be in your prime, he said, because he knows the admiration that I feel and the respect I have for you, for Elvis, for all of you guys who made it, I can't even say big time. It's like out of this world, out of this world. How does it feel to change so many people's lives in this world? Because a lot of people only focus sometimes in bad things that go around a celebrity. They talk about bad stuff happening to someone's. Hey, an artist fell off the stage the other day in Mexico. Juan Gabriel, great songwriter. Years ago, he fell off the stage. Everybody only talks about how he fell off the stage and why he fell off the stage and all that. Nobody ever talks about the 45,000 people who were watching this guy live and were enjoying his music. Nobody ever focused on that. How does it feel for you to be able to have touched millions of lives around the world and change those worlds for good?
Well, that's a difficult question. I don't know. I just walk on stage and do the best I can with the tools I've got, and I really do. I mean, I think each performance I do is as good as my last performance. I try to be as good every time. I don't lay back or do anything like that. I've never cut my audiences short. Even when I've had a bad throat, I will struggle through it, try and get through it, and then after that I might cancel. But I get through the show, I give it the best I can.
But talks about the humble heart that you have. You change the world of millions of people out there forever. You're the reason why so many people can smile, why so many people sometimes can even cry listening to a song, and not taking any credit for that. Talks about the humble in your heart, humbleness in your heart, the character of you. I'm learning a lot more from you. As you can see, my job in this world and my mission, and I'm blessed with this talent, to bring this joy and happiness to people, or try to put a smile on everyone's heart, right?
I think you do that.
Thank you. And that is a true blessing. But I'm more aware of it because of the crazy things that I do, right? Just to make that happen. But someone like you, in this stage of your life, oh my sweet Lord, it just teaches me to hold back in my thoughts and to actually appreciate a lot more every time I go out there and perform. Let's talk about your friends in this album. I want to see, and I want to talk a little bit of the people that Engelbert called, because I know Engelbert made a couple of phone calls. It's been 2 years writing the production of this album.
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my sweet Lord, it's a lot of work.
Labor of love.
Well, it's the only way we do it. Who was the first one to pick up the phone when you called?
Actually, we didn't have any idea about. I was listening to a live album of ELTON JOHN, and where he says,
all right,
I wrote this song many years ago when I was a struggling artist, and waiting. I was living in a flat in London, waiting for an Engelbert Humperdinck to call and take it off my hands, and make it a hit. But I did. After all this time, I called, but not for that song, but to say, Elton, would you sing a song on my duet album? And he said yes. So therefore, once you got Elton, you got everything. And he was a wonderful man, and he said yes. And
Did you get to perform live with him or record with him?
I got to be in the studio in Los Angeles with him, and he's the most amazing character. Not only is he, a great performer and an icon in the industry, but he's a very, very nice person, very nice guy, and
super professional.
We sat and talked for an hour before we did anything, and then he said, "Okay, let's do it." When we did it, and he was just amazing, just an amazing person. I love that guy and his music.
Now, besides Elton, you have a close relationship with Mr. Gene Simmons.
Yeah,
You just gotta be off the hook, and you can't be serious around that guy.
he is one of the most, he's a rock god, really, and one of the most charismatic people I've ever met. And he has a very big sense of humor, super sense of humor. When he came there, he said, "Hey, just relax, let's just have fun like it's a party time." And that's what he did, and we did, and the song shows that the end results, because it's really fun.
What goes up must come down. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's a song that they recorded together.
Yeah.
Spinning Wheel. Oh yes! Did you know that I bought your album from the UK? I bought the CD months ago. Oh yes, I couldn't wait.
Oh really?
I did. And,
Well, the new CD has a guy called John Reed on it, from Canada, who's absolutely a fantastic singer, and he was the last edition on the American album,
All right.
and Canadian album, of course, and he does this. He's like the Rod Stewart of Canada. He's amazing voice.
so now I'm gonna have to buy the other CD. I have to buy it. I
Tell you
must
what,
have it.
I'll give it to you.
Somebody in the production, can you hold my head because I'm gonna faint. I'm just about to fall, and I don't want to do this in front of Engelbert. I can't do this in front of my idol. Besides that, we spoke about Johnny Mathis a little while ago. Nobody talks about one of my biggest favorites, Charles Aznavour. Can you elaborate a little bit around his?
Well, Charles Aznavour when he recorded for me, he was 90. And he put that song She down when he was 90 years old. And he's still as good as ever, and he sings great. And the kind of music that he's written and put around the world, for not only for pop songs, but for movies and things like that, movie themes. He's just an incredible talent.
Que c'est triste venir.
And to have him on the album was just unbelievable.
Wow!
Unbelievable.
Have you seen him practicing before a concert?
No.
Oh my God! He is a piano. He's got a piano in his head. His voice is a piano. I would see him practicing to go out on stage, and I'm like, this gentleman is 85 years old at the time I saw him. And he's practicing just like if he was 14, 15 years old.
Really?
After his
Has he got perfect
vocalist
pitch in it?
It was amazing.
Perfect pitch. Oh, that's an unusual thing to have.
But how smart as a performer, as an artist,
Yeah.
to be able to do that and keep on doing it. You go, and then he will do it with his voice. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't be 85 and do that. But he can. So when I saw him on the album, I was like, oh, no. Engelbert, how can you have all this great talent? Did you get to meet him personally for this recording, or did he record it all by himself?
He did it by himself. I didn't get to go to Europe because it's very difficult to get all these 23 artists, bring them into the studio together.
Everyone
But
has
with technology, you can send it, and they go into their studio and they do it and send it back to you, and then you say, okay, it's fine. And then when I recorded with Willie Nelson,
Country legend,
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
I called him and I said, Willie, I said, I thank you for being on my album, number one. And number two is, I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like you to play guitar. I'm a big fan of your guitar playing.
Did you have Willie Nelson play the guitar?
He played guitar for me, and on my album, and
What did he say?
on this track. And he sent it back. He says, Engelbert, is that good? If it's not, he says, I'll do it again.
Now, in the Latin aspect, and I have to talk about a little bit of this because as a Latino, I have to come out with this big question. Did you, I remember Perry Como recorded It's Impossible. I don't know if it was in the late 60s or early 70s, but you recorded a beautiful version that I listened to, the Armando Manzanero. Oh my God.
I know, it was a joy to have him because, I mean, I heard, that's where I fell in love with the song, with when Perry Como said sang It's Impossible.
Yes.
And that's how long the song has been around, you know, and everybody in the industry who's recorded somebody has always recorded that particular song because it has quality, has melody, it has meaning, and it's just a great song. And so I had to do that song with him, and it was a pleasure doing it with him. He sang it in Spanish, I sang it in English, you know.
I've been telling this for years, way before I even dreamed of having this opportunity. In reality, I've been telling this for years. Armando Manzanero can die relieved of anything. He can just go away to the next world, to the next life.
But music will continue.
Oh my sweet Lord. Knowing that he had you singing, recording his songs, Elvis, Frank Sinatra, Tom Jones, Perry Como, all the big guys, all of you guys, all the pesos pesados, that's what we call them. And he's in Mexico, and have you seen, he's about this high. He's a genius of music, el maestro Armando Manzanero. Oh, when I heard him singing with you on the album, I was like, oh no. And you're gonna have to sign the CD number 2 of where It's Impossible comes out, because you have to. Now, big announcement as well, for those of you who don't know. Mr. Engelbert does a duet in Spanish in this album, en español. Canta con Luis Fonsi.
Luis Fonsi.
De Puerto Rico, el puertorriqueño Luis Fonsi. ¿Quién te dijo eso? That's a very good song.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Let's see if we can convince him to record with me in the next album in español. I'm just kidding, I'm teasing you. But yeah, it will be a dream come true as well. Luis Fonsi is huge. He's very famous in Latin America. He's had quite a success since that album. He's had a struggling career in the years before that song came into his career, or his life, or his path. Who came out with the idea of going, hey, Engelbert, why don't you sing this song in Spanish with Luis Fonsi?
Well, I like, you know, I mean, I'm not very good in Spanish, but I can read the Spanish and sing and pronounce it the proper way.
Yeah.
But as far as, you know, remembering the lyrics without looking at them, it's impossible for me to do that, you know. But I can. I don't practice it, you know. No práctica cada día es imposible.
Habla español, Engelbert. Habla un poquito de español, damas y caballeros.
Un poquito.
Para aquellos que no saben, habla español, Engelbert Humperdinck. A ver, ¿quiénes no se acuerdan de Ojos Españoles? ¿Quién se acuerda? You sing Ojos Españoles in Spanish during your concert.
Quiero saber exactamente qué es lo que pasa.
The Mauricio Radio Show, we are simply thrilled of having the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Engelbert Humperdinck, the king of romance, the legend, the one and only, the icon, my mentor as a showman. He has no idea that all of these crazy things that I do and I come out with, a lot of it is from him. It's because of his fault. If you ever want to judge or judge me for anything, blame him. Blame Engelbert Humperdinck. We'll be right back after this. This is Mauricio Radio Show on NBC Radio, KCAA 1050 AM. Engelbert, we'll be right back with a lot more fun. We have to talk more. We have to talk more, Engelbert. Oh my God.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more of the Mauricio Radio Show. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Mauricio AGT. And follow us on twitter.com/AGT Mauricio. When you send money to your loved ones, use Seagate Money Transfer Services. At Seagate, we strive to keep families closer and a world within reach through fast, reliable, and convenient money transfer services. With excellent coverage throughout Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. With a presence in more than 130 countries and territories. Seagate Money Transfer. Fast, reliable, and convenient money transfer services. Find your nearest Seagate location by calling 1-800-913-9599. That's 1-800-913-9599. Seagate at your service, here and abroad.
Attention! Now hiring forklift drivers and warehouse workers. Starting pay $9.50 to $13 per hour. Call Sterling Staffing in Fontana at 909-476-8326. That's 909-476-8326. Sterling Staffing, se habla español. Broken windshield? Leon Auto Glass will replace it quickly, professionally, and guaranteed. We also do chip repair. So for glass repair or replacement, call Leon Auto Glass at 909-232-1492. That's 909-232-1492.
Cuando le envíes dinero a tus seres queridos, hazlo por Sigue. En Sigue, nos esforzamos por mantener a las familias unidas y el mundo a tu alcance a través de nuestro servicio de envío de dinero rápido, seguro y conveniente, con una excelente cobertura a través de México, Centroamérica, Sudamérica, el Caribe y presencia en más de 130 países y territorios. Sigue Money Transfer, servicio de envío de dinero rápido, seguro y conveniente. Encuentra tu localidad Sigue más cercana llamando al 1-800-913-9599. De nuevo, 1-800-913-9599. Sigue a tu servicio aquí y allá.
The Mauricio Radio Show has talent. Our celebrity judge is the king of romance, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mauricio Radio Show Has Talent section. Oh my sweet Lord. And this is the first time we actually have a celebrity, a huge star being the judge of this segment. So, oh Lord, we have the wonderful sensation Engelbert Humperdinck being the judge of my performances here on the Mauricio's Radio Show's Has Talent. Yeah! And Engelbert will be not, containing himself. He will say whatever comes to mind and whatever he thinks about my performances. So here it goes. I'm not nervous at all, Engelbert. I'm not nervous. Let's get it. Hit it. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
She's into superstition, like cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition, that girl's gonna make me sore.
Why? Why didn't you like it?
I need to hear something that is going to show your voice off and show me what talent you got. Sing it with your eyes and sing it with your...
All right. Let's see what I got. I'll be right back. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's it. Sit down.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. The secret and the woman's heart of the kid around. Since I was born, that's alright. I don't care. You can lead me the other way. What happened now?
What happened now?
I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your voice, not somebody else's voice. I want to hear your voice and you doing what you do best, and that we see the quality in your voice and the tones, and a good song with meaning, melody. That's what we want to hear, and that's what all America wants to hear, and all.
All right, Engelbert, I'll do something like that just for you. Let's see if you like this one.
Blue Spanish eyes, teardrops are falling from your Spanish eyes. Please, please don't cry. This is just adios and not goodbye. Soon I will return, bringing you all the love your heart can hold. Please say, say you and your Spanish eyes will wait for me.
Again.
Woo-hoo! Woo! So do I go through? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah!
That's got quality. That kind of got quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, Engelbert Humperdinck said it. Thank you very much. It is a thrill, sir.
You're welcome.
It is my pleasure. Engelbert Humperdinck on the Mauricio radio show here on NBC Radio. May God bless you. Remember to look up for Engelbert's information on engelbert.com, touring, buy the CD, Engelbert Calling. Remember, Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, Walmart, any of those places. Buy it online ASAP. You can find the CD for as low as $9.99, even with shipping included, up to $14.95. Buy it because it's an amazing compilation of music. Engelbert, thank you very much. God bless you. This is from the Engelbert Square Arena Resort Bar and Conference Center, Casino, Karaoke, and Nightclub, sometimes a spa and nails. Thank you so much, Mauricio! Thank you very much. Maestro.
He's a bundle of energy.
The Mauricio Radio Show is a Mauricio Herrera Entertainment Group production and is presented by Danny Alcaraz Productions. Join us next week for another edition of the Mauricio Radio Show. Listen and visit us online at themauricioshow.com. Get your copy of Mauricio CD at mauriciofox.com.
One more time.